Well, a very good afternoon and welcome back to Nassau, Bahamas for the Junior World Championships. It's day 2 and it's the final block on day 2, and I'm delighted to be sitting alongside Jin Shin. Good afternoon, Jin.
Good afternoon, Sheldon.
We're going to be joined in the final block by Josie Steele, who competed earlier on for Great Britain in the under 57 kilo category. We'll wait for the final, that'd be good. Her introduction to commentary on the live stream will get her to sit in for that final. But before that, just to tell you that we've got 4 weight categories, 3 medal matches in each of those 4 weight categories. Jin Shin picked out 2 people this morning, 2.5 or maybe 3, who he thought would be in and around the final medal matches. How did you do with your picks?
I think I did pretty well. Both in 52 kilos, Takeda was definitely the person I was looking at, and then in 57 we have Funakubo, who with the one person that I was also interested in on the men's side, Makhmadbekov, didn't make it all the way, but he did have a really good run.
Is he going to be in one of the bronze medal matches?
He is.
Right. Well, before we see that, let's have a look at the first of the bronze medal matches. It's in the under 52 kilo category. Faiza Mokhtar of France faces Cleonia Richu of Romania. It's Mokhtar in the white judogi, Richu in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Jefferson Vieira of Brazil.
So Mokhtar, we know, is a tremendously successful player, so we're really looking forward to seeing what she can do. Hopefully she'll be able to do this, but of course Richu has her own aims on that bronze medal, so we'll just have to see who's going to prevail. And right now we're off to a bit of a slow start. Richu coming in, but Mokhtar really shutting it down. Richu in with a big Kosotogake Kosoto. But Mokhtar really not fazed by that at all. So, grabbing the leg. Richu. Grabbing the leg is her first penalty. It's something we haven't seen yet in this competition, I don't think. Certainly not today. But the grabbing the leg is one of those penalties which, now if you do it twice, you're out. That is Hansakumake, complete disqualification, rather than the typical 3 penalties. So she's got to be careful not to do that again. Okay, interesting little exchange there with Mokhtar coming away, hopefully with this. Oh, but the referee had called mate, he called stop before that had completed. We might be getting some direction from the commission. They're reviewing to make sure that the call wasn't good. Oh, Richu coming in driving, but Mokhtar responding with a nice Uchimata. Okay, just change the camera angle there. Oh, in for that Jujigatame. But the angle is wrong. I don't think Mokhtar is going to be able to finish that. Would have been the first one of those we would have seen today. So, just over 2 minutes left in the match. No score. Richu still with that 1 penalty for grabbing the leg. That's been one of the rule changes in recent times to try and really emphasize the stand-up nature of judo. And I think it's been very successful. At first there was some adjustment, but what I've seen of judo over the last... Ooh, big step in. Richu trying to come around while Mokhtar was coming in for a Koshi Gunuma, maybe. Neither player has any kind of control. But anyway, really getting players to focus on stand-up judo as opposed to grabbing the legs. coming in for more wrestling type attacks, single legs, double legs, things like that, has really, really, I think, improved the overall quality of judo throws and attacks and play. But of course, all of those leg attacks are still perfectly feasible to do and in the dojo and in randori. So we can retain all of those great things in judo, all those great techniques. Oh, and again, here we have a turnaround. I think Michio might have been trying to get that. Had a chance to do that Jujigatame armbar herself. Anyway, we've retained all that great technique in judo that we can still do, just not in competition. One minute, coming up on 1 minute. Richu has a second Shido. I didn't quite see what that was for. So if Mokhtar keeps the pressure up, keeps attacking, Mokhtar's in a position now where she has got to really step it up. And she's trying, coming in, big Kosoro attack there, but her grip on Mokhtar's gi is so tenuous that she didn't have any good Kazushi at all. Mokhtar responds, getting a brief pin, but now switching off to a Jujigatame attack, but it's very, very loose. She doesn't really have a good position on it. She's trying it though, but no. So getting into the last few seconds, still no score, so we're going to go into golden score now. In this first bronze medal match at 52 kilos. Oh, big Uchimata, but Richu very nearly rolls Mokhtar. Mokhtar in for a big, and she gets it. Enough of a counter to the Uchimata that she rolled Mokhtar over to her back in the execution of the Uchimata. So Richu comes away with the Wazari. Here we see it. See, as Mokhtar came in, so the thing that was missing there was that Kazushi, that off balance. She had this tremendously deep entry, Mokhtar did, but Richu is able to step over it, drive Mokhtar over onto her own back. See, at first she comes down on her shoulder, but then the shoulder doesn't even touch. And then to her back, enough for the Wazari. Not a huge dramatic throw, but enough to exercise control and win the match. So Richu will come away with the first bronze medal in the 52 kilogram weight class. Up next, in our next bronze medal match, Marcus Tabelian versus Kaleta, Alexander Kaleta from Poland.
The second bronze medal contest for junior women under 52 kilos. The referee is from Chile, Mr. Roberto Correa.
Coraline Marcus Tabelian.
Welcome the athletes in blue for Poland, Alexandra Kaleta.
France will be in white. Poland will be in blue. So she had a little bit of cauliflower ear managed. That's something that is interesting. So you see a lot of judo players have cauliflower ears, but they're almost always men. I don't see as many women with cauliflower ear. I suppose they're smart enough to get it taken care of. Too many athletes I knew. Male athletes just wanted cauliflower ear. Ooh, nice entry into Jujigatame, but Marcus Tabelli. Oh, and his taps out. So, very quick ippon by Alexandra Kaleta from Poland with a very nice Jujigatame over Coraline Marcus Tabellion.
Well, that is incredible. I was walking back from lunch and walking back with her and her coach, and I said,
Kaleta or?
Yeah, Kaleta, yeah. And I said, I've seen you today. You look sharp. Everything is going well for you. I said, yeah, especially, working on the ground. I've done quite a lot of work in neighbours. And there she is.
There she is.
Whack.
Yeah.
Terrific piece of work.
Yeah, very clean.
All inside the first minute.
Yeah, so quick.
Well, we were going to have Josie Steele sit in with us, but I think she got camera shy.
Oh, really?
No, well, not really. It was just a long time before it was going to be, so I thought I'd put her back up with her friends. Right, we come now to the final of the under 52 kilo category. Takeda Ryoko of Japan faces Geffen Primo of Israel. It's Takeda in the white judogi, Primo in blue.
Well, Primo certainly looks ready. So this is going to be a match. I think this is going to be a great match. There's going to be a lot. This is going to be a very high energy, very dynamic exchange. And I think that it could either be over in the first minute, or it could be one of these exchanges where they just are battling back and forth over and over again.
I think the real difficulty that Primo is going to face here is the fact that Takeda had previously competed at under 57 kilos. And as a result of that, she's accustomed to dealing with physically stronger fighters. Now, Primo does have a degree of physicality about her that she normally brings to the under 52 kilo category because she's punchy, she's gutsy, she's just that brave. I'm not saying that she's built like, because at 52 kilos you're not.
Yeah, not huge.
But she won't be able to do that against Takeda.
Nope.
Takeda's been on with bigger, stronger, tougher, harder opponents.
Yep.
So just be that little bit left down to technique, I think, here.
And as I expected, this really, really furious exchange. Neither player really giving up anything while they're really trying to get a good anchor. I think we're going to see a Shido right away against Takeda. Probably for refusing to engage. I think that's just the nature of this particular contest. I don't know that Takeda's really not trying to engage. So we'll just see how it goes. Oh, and Takeda with a beautiful low grip on the sleeves. Really bringing Primo around, almost like an Aikido movement. And Primo just sprawling out enough to keep it from converting to a score. Oh, but actually it did. Got the Wazari. So here we'll see it again. See, down and in for the Wazari. I thought she was more on her front, but see, look at this. Down. Yeah, her back leg comes back over enough, right? So
the freeze frame is horrible, isn't it? Just catches everything.
Yeah. So, Wazari for Takeda. On the heels of that initial Shido. And Primo coming in, trying to come in with something that we've seen she likes to do a lot, is she loves to come in with this high grip, and then coming in with this either Uchimata or Ouchigari. Something we've seen other tall, strong players do, particularly yesterday. So that's an interesting influence, I think, that Daria Bilodin has, is that other players are consciously or unconsciously really picking up on her particular strategy and adopting it as their own. Oh, and Takeda in for Sewanage for the Wazari Awasete Ippon. So, Takeda Ryoko for the gold medal. So here she is. Oh, it's Sore Tsurigamigoshi. Right. In. And driving it down and through.
Yeah, the problem for Primo here is that, well, first of all, there's the speed that she has to deal with of Takeda. She's in so quickly. That's slow motion.
Yeah.
You know, she's in so quickly past the defense of Geffen Primo, who then thinks about trying to block it, but it's too late. You know, to try and collapse it.
Right.
It's too late, and she's then across with the leg, and there's nowhere to go then except for Geffen, there's nowhere else for her to go but over and out. So the gold medal settled, you know, in fairly quick time, Gene.
Yeah.
We've been through 3 contests in the
whole first weight class.
in the under 52 kilo category, and it's gone. So that brings us neatly to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 66 kilo category. Murad Chupanov of Russia faces Sungat Zhubatkan of Kazakhstan. It's Chupanov in the white judogi, Zhubatkan in blue. Here's Gene again.
So these are 2 players that we haven't watched much today, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. We did catch a little bit of Zhubatkan, but it'd be good to see new faces for us. So Chupanov really coming in.
What about tech team walking in front of our camera, which is off, by the way, now. I was so afraid he wouldn't move until we told him, yeah, it's okay, you can go.
Because he did that earlier.
I'm afraid so.
And he's not small.
He blocked out the sunlight as well as the camera. He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, top man.
Oh,
good push.
Oh, yes. Nice Uchimata for the Wazari. Chupanov picks up a Wazari and nearly gets a Jujigatame as well. Finishing, you know, following up. Nice combination. Zhubatkan just narrowly getting out of that second technique. So Zhubatkan in kind of a hole at the moment. Oh, and trying a nice Usutemi Waza. A nice sacrifice technique. And really turning Chupanov around, but Chupanov, I think, had just spun with it and stepped out of it enough. That was really surprising. I was sure that Zhubatkan was kind of stuck, but that was a really clean attack. So 240, 241 in the match. I'm doing a video review. 241 left in the match. Chupanov ahead by Wazari. But Zhubatkan very much in this match. Oh. Chupanov gets the ippon.
Well, we'll have a chance to see the action, and then you can decide for yourselves at home whether, you know, you go for the ippon. But Chupanov, you know, as if to say, well, yeah, I knew that was ippon, he says, calmly leaves the mat, having won a bronze medal at the Junior World Championships.
First medal for Murad Chupanov at World Junior Championships. Congratulations.
Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 66 kilo category. Kazbek Nagoshev of Russia faces Ida Yuji of Japan. It's Nagoshev in the white judogi, Ida in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Roberta Chioglia of Italy. Gene.
So, Ida Yuji is one of the people that been following today as one of these. I had a chance to talk as one of these Japanese players who have no record at this stage. So I had a chance to chat a bit with the Japanese coach and asked him, how is it that you're sending people with no experience at this level to play? And he says, it's just how they won their elimination tournaments, their qualifying tournaments within Japan, and that's how they're sending them. It's people who, you know, have a dream and really get to the point where they're good enough to go. So that's how Japan decides.
It's a terrific prize to be presented with.
Nagochev really taking the match to Ida. Terrific.
Briefly in Osaikomi as well.
Yeah. But the legs locked up,
Yeah.
so no Osaikomi here. Ida really getting like almost run over by Nagochev at that case. Nagochev taking a very direct approach to Ida.
Good pressure to begin with.
Oh, there's an interesting suit.
Yeah, that's from the Olympic Games.
Ah,
Russia wore those jackets at the Olympic Games,
In
and
Rio?
Batras Kaitmazov was part of the coaching staff at the Games. That's the Russian coach.
Nagochev holding his arm out so Ida can get a grip because he doesn't. I really like how Nagochev is playing here.
Yeah, he's saying, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. You know, they have that strong right to left side stance, and but Nagochev is making sure that they're not going to get in trouble for, holding the shoulder away. So he's holding his arm out, saying, "Here, take my hand, take it," which is really a gutsy thing to do. You give your opponent both hands. That's when they're going to throw you. And Ida is definitely capable of doing that. We've seen him do great stuff today. But Nagochev is really, really, really tough. So was that the 2016 Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice exchange. Back and forth. Constantly attacking back and forth. Both players in for Uchimata and other, hip throws, and just exchanging. So, Nagochev reaching, Ida coming around. What a tussle. Almost wrestling. Oh. Referee calling mate. I couldn't see the score, but call, but Ida Yuji picking up Shido, I think, for defensive play. Oh, Sewanage. But Nagochev coming down on the offside onto his knees. Nagochev really likes this overhand grip. Very strong, powerful player. Very direct coming in. But Ida hasn't been able to use that the way he was using similar direct attacks from other players earlier in the day. Okay, now Ida Yuji has a grip that he likes. But Nagochev in for the Uchimata and then around. Oh, and rolling. But they were both on the ground. So they were both flat on the ground. So no throw there. .120 left in the match. It's really dynamic. Terrific match. That was pretty much one of the tightest turtles I think I've ever seen. Yuji just had nowhere to go. Could not open that up. Nagochev doing an interesting, he's taking a very bent posture, really not taking much advantage of his height. He's got a height advantage over Ida, but he's not really. Okay, Ida Yuji in for a Makikomi entry, but Nagochev bracing out, stalling it down. Ida working to get a turn. Players being directed to straighten up, tidy up their gis. I don't think there's going to be a penalty here, but we'll see. I didn't see anything that looked obvious. All right. Coming up in 35 seconds, and Ida in for a big Osoro. Nagochev working on his own counter, looking for that Shimewaza.
Still there, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
nope.
any longer.
Nope. Ida's just so tough. Nagachev definitely has a presence. A very, very... Oh, it came in, but Ida Yuji getting the turn, looking for the turn, but no. Nagachev, despite his boyish looks, really has a very mature presence. The way he plays, the way he moves, he doesn't play like a junior. Though, looks like he's starting to feel the strain of this match as we finish up the regulation time.
Or as another co-commentator of mine used to say, he's gassed.
Yeah, he's gassed. That's an expression.
We're into golden score then.
Oh, what a Kochigari.
And we're out of it.
Oh.
8 seconds into golden score. First attack.
And such a beautiful Kochi.
Yeah.
Really beautiful on the hands.
He's just catching his breath here.
Yeah. I mean, going, what happened? He actually hit pretty hard. So
Yeah, it was a good landing, but I think what kept him on his back was just
disappointment.
Absolutely spent energy-wise, and then, that last thing is what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the rush?
So
disappointment. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my gosh. His head hit too. That was a very powerful Kouchi. Look at this. He gets both hands on that one sleeve, and then he just drives through with that leg and his shoulder.
Absolutely right, Gene.
Yeah, and his head really whacked.
He could have been down as a little bit more than just disappointment.
A bit of a concussion.
That was a bit of a whack there.
See, look at this. Boom! Right the side of his head.
Mind you, he does a
with
break
his
fall
shoulder
afterwards.
Yeah.
With
So
the left
I don't
hand.
think he's injured.
Nothing untoward, and he's
No.
walked off under his own steam. He's there with his coach. It really is, disappointment. Here's another angle. Whoa!
Yeah, beautiful technique by Ida. Wonderful introduction to this level of play for the previously unknown Japanese player who is no longer unknown, and I think we'll see great things from him.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 66 kilo category. Manuel Lombardo of Italy faces Michael Martellino of Brazil. It's Lombardo in the white judogi, Marcellino in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiu of Romania.
So we watched Lombardo earlier today. He's the one who actually defeated Ida. In that match that we thought he was a little lucky to get away with, that one throw, but that kind of interrupted motion. So here we go. Very different style of play from what we just witnessed. Both players taking a very cautious, very conservative grip, way, way outside, gradually working their way in. Lombardo coming in with an initial kind of tentative feeler attack, just to see where things are. In for Yoko Tomonage, but way too far away to get the throw going. Threatened briefly with an armbar, but not going anywhere, so the referee immediately stops it. Hooking on the outside, trying to get Marcellino to step a little bit. Working away to the edge, trying to limit the opponent's ability to move. Lombardo definitely has the edge in the attacks here. He's got a bit more momentum. Marcellino, we really haven't seen anything from him yet. A little bit of a Ashiwaza threat, a little foot technique. Oh, changing directions to this seated Kataguruma. Very nice. Well executed. Deep throw. And he is very happy with that.
Well, the number 1 seed lives up to top billing, taking the gold medal in the under 66 kilo category. If his countryman could do it at the Olympic Games, well, why can't he do it at the Junior World Championships?
That's right.
The Italians with a bit of talent at 66 kilos, although Basile has now moved up to 73.
Right. So this has, I think, been an excellent tournament for Lombardo, obviously, not just with the placement, taking the gold medal, but from what I saw, one of the reasons he wasn't a pick for me today is just because what I had seen in his earlier matches. I think he really stepped up his game today in a way that he hadn't before. So,
First, gold medal for Manuel Lombardo, World Junior Judo Championships, and first gold for Team of Italy, here at the house.
so well done. Well done, Lombardo.
Looks as though we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 52 kilo category coming up next. We've had our 2 categories, so let's get the first of the awarding ceremonies underway.
So that second weight class went pretty expeditiously too.
Yeah, we're, if we, after one more awarding ceremony, we'll be halfway through the afternoon already, and it's only 4:30.
Yeah.
I think this could go pretty quickly.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
We shall see.
And that's the way we want to see it. We want to see really good, decisive judo. And so several of these matches ended quite in the first half or the first minute.
The medal awarding ceremony for junior women under 52 kilograms.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 52 kilo category. The medals are being presented by one of the sport directors of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Uemura Haruki of Japan. The first of the bronze medals goes to Alexandra Kaleta of Poland. There's a bronze medal too for Cleonia Riciu of Romania. Silver medal goes to Geffen Primo of Israel. The gold medal goes to Takeda Ryoko of Japan.
The first line and the Masters will be presented by the International Judo Federation Sport Director for Pan America, Sport Director of the Pan American Judo Confederation, Mr. Carlos Zegara.
He is so tall.
Yeah, he's taller than the fighters who are standing on podiums. One of our sport directors. Now the national anthem of Japan. Thank you very much. Now, family picture with Grace and Joe.
Family picture. That is a nice picture.
Yeah, it's not often that we see Uemura Haruki presenting medals or being up on stage. He's a rather reserved character, slightly shy and quite giggly whenever he's given, the floor, until he has to speak. And then he's shockingly powerful. He's a strong man. But he's just, behind the scenes a little bit like boyish, but he's a strong guy, strong character. Look at that. Right, okay, we come now to the next weight category, and that is the under 57 kilo category for women. The first of the bronze medal contests features Maritza Perisic of Serbia. She's up against Kaja Kaiser of Slovenia. Perisic in the white judogi, Kaiser in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Vyacheslav Peretyekov of Uzbekistan. Here's Gene.
So Kaiser, of course, is one of the ones we've been watching today, but Perisic we've also had a chance to look at. This is going to be a terrific match. Kaiser has been very, very strong. And Perisic is one of the more dynamic players, I think, in the weight class. So we'll see how this works out. Kaiser's definitely up. As we noted before, she's one of the few brown belts in the competition. But that is in no way an indication of her ability. She's clearly a very capable and effective player. That's my leg. Come here. Perisic really got a strong square stance. Interesting, even though she's square, she's not on her heels at all. She is completely forward, driving in, putting a lot of pressure on Kaiser, even from this strong sideways now grip. They both have that again in the Kinkajutsu situation. Kaiser taking the left side, Perisic the right. Again, similar situation. Let's see who can open it up. Ooh, big spinning attack by Perisic, bringing Kaiser down, but not really working on a throw. Kaiser's arm is really caught up there. Okay, now it's let go. Working, got the turn. Working, I think, for Jujigatame. But locked up. So as we've gotten into these later matches, these medal matches, here we're seeing the players who are all really ready to go to the next level. If they're not already playing at seniors, a lot of these players, of course, have had senior experience already, as we've noted. And you can see it here. These do not look like juniors. Contrast a bit to yesterday, where we're still seeing some of that coltishness, maybe we could say.
Yeah.
But not here. I don't see these as coltish at all.
No, if they get on the senior circuit, they're going to cause people some problems.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see that even more when it comes to the 63 and 70 kilo weight categories for women. Not so much with the men until you come up to 100 and plus 100. I think, I cannot see any of the 60, 66, 73 kilo competitors that we've seen troubling the senior men.
Maybe not, but you can see the seeds there, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
But not.
They
You're right.
have to come from somewhere.
Right.
Whereas With the women, it's different.
Yeah.
You could put in, of course, Billedid is already, the big example, but you could put in the 48 kilo top ones, 52
Yeah.
and 57 as we're watching now, and they would be competitive, just a little bit different with the men. I
Right.
think there's a degree of physical maturity and what I used to hear quite often, adult strength, they called it or referred to it as adult strength, that they simply don't have. And there's a sharpness that you see, whereas with the women, I think they're competitive very, very quickly.
Well, that's certainly keeping with everything else that we know about how men and women mature.
That's true.
Women do mature
so
earlier.
in a way, I'm not really saying much, am I?
No, I think you're confirming what we have. You're confirming biology.
Thanks very much for that, Shell. You enlightened us no end. Is there no beginning to your talent?
You're way too hard on yourself. I enjoy listening to you.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Big Kosoto Gake by Perisic. But Kaiser stepping out of it with 2 seconds. So, no score, no penalties. That went fast. So, both players just constantly attacking one another, really moving around. No big, real, moments there until the very end. So, here we go. Golden score. Let's see if this wraps up quickly the way it just did with Tsukamoto.
8 seconds, the last one took in golden score. This one may take a little longer.
I'm sorry. That was Ida.
We've got Ziad with us in the
I see.
replay box. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're sport for choice here.
What happened to Milos?
I think they've just relieved Ziad.
They got rid of him. Negative. No Milos. He might be down getting ready with a Slovenian player.
Chance for the Shimiwaza here, but that was across the chin, so the referee
Yeah.
called Mate.
He had to be down there watching.
He's developed really quickly. Vyacheslav Prietieko of Uzbekistan. Confident around the mat. Good attack.
Good attack by Perisic and a nice response by Kaiser. Oh, and here we have a rotated Sankaku. We saw this at the World Championship, executed to completely devastating effect. One of the male players was using this Sankaku with that orientation and then turning people over and then completely folding their torsos in, making people tap. It was really a remarkable application of Sankaku that I had not seen before. Really caught a few people by surprise.
Single Shido against Kaiser. That's the only blemish on the board at the moment. First one to score will win.
2 minutes in the golden score. Another big Kosoto by Perisic.
Almost counted.
Yeah. But she doesn't have the Kazushi. She's just not getting any. She's got this deep entry, but that's only half of it. You gotta have the whole thing. So it's up to Kaiser. Kaiser still has the opportunity. There's another. I think Perisic now is trying to drive for another Shido. And there it comes. Second Shido for Kaiser. Probably for passivity. Because Perisic has really turned up the pace. Really increased the pace of attacks. Putting pressure on Kaiser. I can't throw you. I'm going to. Oh, here we go with another. Seen this before. Trying to get that Jujigatame. But Kaiser really working around.
Clever move.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, just managed to use those long legs to get herself out of trouble there.
Oh, nice entry by Kaiser. Immediate step as they're getting the grip. Immediate step into an Uchimata.
Yeah, she's really fought hard today, has Kaiser.
Yeah, it's been a great day for her.
Had a few battles.
Oh, if she had kept the grip, that would have been it. Perisic starting to stumble. Perisic picking up a Shido.
Yeah, 2 attacks and then without a reply, and then they look as though they give you a Shido. Normally it's 3, just as a guide.
Both players really adopting identical stances, coming in with these deep low attacks, but their upper body pull, their upper body position is just not enough to finally prosecute the attack. Okay, Kaiser I think in a bit of better position. And she's coming in, but she lost that hand. Oh, and Perisic turning it over. Oh, that I would think that would be a Rosati for the counter. Certainly rolled her, you know. Yeah, and the coach agrees. The coach is saying the same thing. Where's the point?
He's bound to, isn't he?
Oh. Video review.
They are going to have a look at this. Yeah, and they said no. That's probably when it's that quick. It's Daniel Lascaux.
Yeah.
As the
see.
Yeah, stop there, and it becomes it's no longer a turn.
Right.
It's an attempt to apply the Jujigatami.
Right.
Yeah. Good call.
Good call.
Because it could have been seen as the takedown, but in fact,
right,
it was an effort to apply an arm lock.
Kaiser reaching around the back, blending in an Uchimata lift. 4:23 and a golden score. So maybe we spoke too soon about that.
8 seconds, yeah. 4 minutes later.
Right.
Step over. The problem is that it's all left-sided.
Yeah.
All across an outstretched leg or hip. And it's a little bit predictable. However, the speed with which Perisic failed to get to her feet suggests to me that she realizes this is all over.
Oh. For a third Shido?
Yeah.
Because all of those attacks, listening to her coach saying, yeah, I'll do that. Oh. Okay.
Dodged that bullet.
Dodged.
And that's given her a chance to catch her breath. Same again. Arm around the collar, left leg thrown across, failed attack. It's like switch off. You know, they're just throwing anything in and not really thinking.
Right. And if one of them switched up and tried to do a different, that was a slightly different attack. But going really changing directions, that's, because they've fallen into this pattern.
Well, and your opponent falls into a pattern of expecting an attack from one side in one direction. You've got to be able to show that and go in another direction.
Right.
A combination here would really go well for Kaiser, because she's been the one who's been doing the attacking time and time again on that left side. She needs the shape to go to the left, and instead of coming across there, go around the back.
Right.
And I think that she would have a good chance of catching Perisic.
So maybe here at this extremity of endurance and everything, we're seeing a bit of the youth not quite having the depth to switch off into
Yeah.
a different attack.
Yeah.
Not taking anything away from them, just recognizing where they are.
Oh dear. Could be a false attack here. Yep.
On.
Tomo Inagi was
Yep.
too far away. Aya Kaiser it is of Slovenia who takes that bronze medal. The first of the bronze medals in the under 57 kilo category.
Brave match.
How long were they on there for? 5 minutes odd?
Yeah, 5.5 minutes of golden score, and so 9.5 minutes total. Not including stop time.
Well, we come to the second of the bronze medal contests. Enkriling Lagvatogu of Mongolia faces Tomizawa Kana of Japan. It's Lagvatogu in blue, Tomizawa in... Sorry, Lagvatogu in the white judogi, Tomizawa in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria. Sorry about the misidentification of the gis which they were wearing. I'll just confirm that for you. Lagvatogu is in the white judogi, there she is, the Mongolian, and it is Tomizawa in Japan in blue. Thank you very much, Lance. Look at that, perfect timing.
Well,
you know.
excellent.
That's what happens when you've got a top man. Lance Wicks in the chair. I was going to say Lance Wicks in the house, but that's a completely different thing, isn't it?
That is different.
Lance Wicks in the chair.
Lagvatogu had a very good day. Tomizawa, though, of course, has been a real force to reckon with.
I told you, somebody asked me yesterday, or stopped me, one of the young boys volunteers, it must be about 12 or 13, said, "Excuse me, are you Neil Adams?" I said, "No." He said, "But," he looked at me quizzically and said, "But you're on Judo TV." I said, "Yes, that's right, but it still doesn't make me Neil Adams." And then he said he wanted a picture anyway, so I said, "Yeah, come on then, why not?"
What a compliment.
Yeah, I saw him today. Not Neil Adams, but
Right,
the
right.
boy. You know. No score as yet between Lagvatogu and Tomizawa. Early days yet.
Oh, something happened. Take a moment. We haven't had a chance to really see Tomizawa today. But she's doing a really good job of walking Lagvatogu right into the corner. And really, really pressuring her. Lagvatogu doing a good job of circling out and putting Tomizawa in the corner. How do you like it? And then in for the Sumigaishi. But too far out. No lift there at all. There's the Japanese coach we were talking about yesterday. Taking notes.
Must have filled a book already.
Again, we have the left to right. Tomizawa taking the right hand grip. Lagvatogu taking the left. Both players being penalized for passivity. Just under 2 minutes. I think that's a good call. They've both been a little cautious. Really evenly matched. Stature, build, reach. Lagvatogu getting walked off the mat there. Might pick up a second Shido. Yep. Second Shido for Lagvatogu. Tomizawa doing a really tactical bit of play, walking her opponent right over to the edge and off. She's not doing it again, though. She's not trying to just win over penalties, just putting Lakfatugu in a situation where she has to move and therefore take some risks, which Tomizawa, I think, is looking to exploit. So, yeah, big opening. Lakfatugu, though, very canny, doing a tomonage attack, which, of course, is very, very difficult to counter. I think we might be getting a review of false attack. Nope, nothing. So, Tomizawa putting on the pressure now, getting on the inside, getting the grip. Now she's just waiting to get her second hand in. Lakfatugu breaking it off, trying to reestablish. And Tomizawa doesn't like that at all. So here's another example where these players are really playing with a degree of maturity that belies their years. They're both playing very smart, tactical judo at the moment, looking for, really working to create good opportunities, using a variety of strategies to do it, and not just going in there and bashing each other. Oh! Lakfatugu getting an interesting grip around the back and getting Tomizawa to really try to chase her down. Okay. And there's the regular time. So both players. Ooh. Tomizawa picked up a second Shido. I didn't see what that was for. So now both players, 2 Shidos, no score. Tomizawa again on the inside. Ooh, a little bit of Uchimata. A little bit of inside, getting inside the leg. Trying to get that second grip, but Lakfatugu just is again with that Sutemi Waza, that sacrifice kind of attack. Oh! And Tomizawa getting the Ashiwaza. 29 seconds into golden score. Just driving Lakfatugu down. Can't really quite see what she's doing. Oh, it's a Kosorogake. Okay, so right on the outside. A small hook behind the heel. And then driving with that upper body. Lakfatugu stumbles out of it, tries to turn, but Tomizawa's control of the upper body is such that Lakfatugu just could not turn. And I think she came down pretty hard on her elbow there. Might have wrenched it a bit. But really strong, sharp attack. So here we have the final now. 57 kilos. Sarah Leone Sizik from France versus Funakubo Haruka from Japan. The second of the 2 Japanese players that I had been really interested in today. So this, just to remind people, this would be her 3rd finals at the World Junior Championships, Funakubo. We'll see if she can bring it off a 3rd time against Sizik, a very strong player.
And the referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Ensepsek of Mongolia. Big chair for the French fighter, so there are a few of them in the house. You say it that way, can't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're in the house.
You can't say Lance is in the house, though.
No.
It's just
Even when he's in the house, he's not really in the house. So Sizik really taking the match to Funakubo, shaking up the grip in this right to left orientation. Oh, but Funakubo in, and this is what she does. She comes in and she grinds you She just breaks you down and then compromises your position, gets you down on the mat, and gets that pin. So let's see if it works against Sazikh. Oh. Being pulled down to the mat. Might pick up a penalty here. Yep. False attack on Funakubo for going to the mat to avoid play. A little bit of Kouchi by Funakubo, getting Sazikh to stumble. Not trying to throw her, but trying to just unbalance her enough to get her grip really set. And then again with the Kouchi, really making Sazikh move. Oh. Sazikh has not applied the same kind of pressure to Funakubo at all. She's done a great job of resisting, but other than driving her down and getting her to drop that one time, it's all been Funakubo with a variety of Ashiwaza attacks. Sazikh finally stepping in, countering with one of her own, but way, way off the mat. Close to something I saw at the World Championships at the plus 100 kilo between Roy Meyer and Tushishvili. Drove each other clean off the mat and through those little barriers on the side. It was amazing. Sazikh getting a little recharge. Oh, and Funakubo in for the Ouchigari. Sazikh turning out. Funakubo had lost control. Oh, and Sazikh picking up a second Shido. I didn't see what the first Shido was for. So, Sazikh with 2 Shidos. All of a sudden, as we come up to on the 2-minute mark. Sazikh clearly not such an easy target of Funakubo's really effective strategy of breaking you down and going for the newaza. Funakubo driving Sazikh back off the mat and into another very, very low level Ashiwaza, very low foot technique. But Sazikh turning out of it enough to keep from getting the score. 145 in the match. Funakubo continuing to pressure Sazikh. Sazikh doing a good job of circling and not being driven there to the edge. Sazikh with a strong left, but Funakubo breaking it down, bringing Sazikh down to the mat. And then into Sumigaishi. Don't think it was enough for a score, but here she is. This is what she wants. She wants to break you down, and then she likes to pin you. This is a very dangerous place for Sazikh to be at the moment. If Funakubo can get her legs free, then she has a really good chance of finishing this match. But Sazikh has got a great lock on that leg. Funakubo, and she's able to break it out. Whew! That was close. "57 seconds left in the match. Sazikh with 2 Shidos. Funakubo with just 1. Oh, Sazikh in. Whoa, with a nice little hip. But Funakubo in for the Kochi and down for the Wazari and into Osaikomi. And this is exactly where she wants to be. This is what she does. She breaks you down, then she locks you up. And there we go. Funakubo Haruka with the Ippon over Sazikh from France for the gold medal at 57 kilos at the 2018 Junior World Championships. Excellent match. Really one of the best matches we've seen today, this afternoon in the final block. Really terrific. Well fought by Sazikh. She's upset, but she really gave that a great match.
It's a good battle, wasn't it?
That was a good battle, but absolutely what Funakubo does.
She's 3 for 3 at the Junior World Championships.
3 for 3. Her one loss to Krista Deguchi in 3 years of competition.
Well,
she's not like 25-1 or something like that.
It's a little bit like Takayama Riki from in Cancun last week. She has won a medal at every IJF event she's ever been sent to.
Okay.
And she's number 4 in Japan. Never been off the podium. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 66 kilo category. And the medals are being presented by the head refereeing director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Juan Carlos Vargas. The first of the medals goes to Aida Yuji of Japan. There's a bronze medal too for Murad Chopanov of Russia. The silver medal goes to Michael Marcellino. But the gold medal goes to Manuel Lombardo of Italy.
The first final and the Masters will be presented by President of the Bahamas Judo Federation, Mr. Darcy Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Italy.
And now the national anthem of Italy.
Italian contingent is all singing at the top of their lungs.
Well, I think our stadium announcer found it difficult to cut the anthem at any point because they were all singing along, so he decided just to let them have the full Monty and listen to the whole thing. Why not?
No, we don't often hear Italy.
Chopanov and Ida were the bronze medalists. Marcellino took the silver, but it was Lombardo of Italy who took the gold medal. Right, it brings us now to the last of the weight categories that we've got today. Yeah?
Yep.
We've still got another awarding ceremony. We've got the women in the under 57 kilo category, and then we'll have the awarding ceremony for the men in the category that's about to be contested now. That's the under 73 kilo category, and we're going to begin with the first of the bronze medals. Victor Stepu of Moldova faces Georgios Markarian of Greece. It's Stepu in the white judogi, Markarian in blue.
Representing Greece.
So we haven't really had a chance to see either one of these players today, so it'll be
I think we
interesting to
saw
see.
Markarian once.
We did see Markarian once.
Possibly, and then Stepu also just the once. The referee in the middle for this one is Lubomir Peter of Australia. Yeah, but not very often. We didn't get a good look at these two, but we've got a chance now because it's the only judo taking place. We've just got judo on one mat. We've got 3 mats, but in the final block, everything is focused just on the middle mat. So here we are.
So both players really taking a power approach. Oh! Stepu trying to go for the over-the-shoulder Ouchigari attack, and Markarian responding immediately with a very strong drive and forcing Stepu to let go and turn to his stomach. So I think that they've tested each other out. Neither one of them is really going to just overpower the other one right away. Oh, what a throw! Markarian for a Seoi Otoshi. Beautiful! What a throw! I think they're reviewing it to see if it's actually Nippon or Wazari. So let's take a look. Oh, and it is a Nippon. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It doesn't get much more textbook than that. Look at that. Seoi grip and in down for the Otoshi.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
You approve?
Well, I always go back to this one thing, Gene, and I think it's a really, a good way of judging it. If somebody throws you like that in the club, you're not going to turn around and say, well, that was only Wazari, don't you? Exactly. That is exactly the reaction you would have. Yeah, pal. When you get planted, planted. You may go a little on this side and a little on that side, or a little sit up on the top. You've been planted.
You've been planted.
And you'll get back, I'm saying.
It's like, good job.
Good
excellent.
And then you get back on.
And then you smile because
you know you've been smashed.
That was a throw. And it's something to be a part of it, even on the receiving end.
Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contest. Janbolat Bagbetgenov of Kazakhstan faces David Gamosov of Russia. It's Bagbetgenov of Kazakhstan in the white judogi, Gamosov of Russia in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Oliver De Roses of France.
So we'll see if Gamosov has recovered fully from his ordeals earlier in the day.
See if he's learned anything.
Yeah, see if he's learned something.
Because he had 2 opportunities to learn. One when his opponent fluffed it. He should have picked up something from that. And then the other one was when he fluffed it.
In exactly the same
In exactly
fashion.
the same way.
Yeah.
So my money on his ability to learn is limited. I'm not going to be putting out my house on this one.
So, but still, tremendous player. We've seen some really good things from him today. So let's see what he does against Batberganov. And Batberganov, the taller player, but really interesting, taking this much more crouch stance, coming down to Gamosov's level in terms of height. I think he knows that Gamosov is really dangerous in the lift. Oh, some nice Kouchigari there by Gamosov, and then Batberganov really doing an excellent job of really flowing with it and almost turning it into a counter of his own. Nice little exchange there. Very slick. Oh, and a couple of little combination. But Berganov coming in for an inner leg technique and then going for an outer, switching off to an outer, but Gamasov having none of that. Very gentlemanly of you, Sheldon.
Ah, well, there are not many of us left.
Sheldon just saw one of our colleagues finding the room a little too cold and loaning her his jacket. Very nice.
Surprised it can fit. I normally get my jackets from Mothercare, but you know. No scorers yet. A single Judo picked up by Gamasov. Just a little under 2 minutes left to go.
Gamasov definitely got the better of this grip, but Berganov in for that Ouchi, and Gamasov really shutting him down. I'm not sure what he's really putting huge pressure on him. Berganov doing a great job of
Crushing.
of getting out of the crush. Yeah.
Let's see if they penalize Gamasov here.
Nope.
They've let that one slide.
Because you're not allowed to crush somebody in without, just hold them there. Because
And I thought Bagbeganov was crushing, to be honest. I thought that he was crushing the Russian down.
I saw. Oh, okay. I saw it the other way, but that's okay. That jacket I think that's terrific.
Stands out, doesn't it?
Man, I love it.
Yeah,
It takes guts to wear that.
It's rather snazzy. With the white piping. It's something you might see at rowing or something.
Yeah. But it's a great, as you say, I mean, it's from the Olympics. It's a terrific piece of memorabilia.
Yep.
You got an Olympian in your corner. That's got to be a plus. That's a positive.
Well, Kaitmazov, oddly enough, never competed at the Olympics himself. He was part of the coaching staff.
Okay.
And that was also part of their uniform. He did go to London 2012 as one of the warm-up and preparation partners. He was there or thereabouts. He didn't get selected. And then by the time that Rio came around, he was actually part of the coaching staff.
Okay. So, nice. Oh, and he got the Wazari.
What a time to come up with a score.
With 7 seconds left on the clock when he threw. And all he's got to do is hold out, and there you go.
If Gamasov is going to lose it, you can almost bet your money it's going to be in the last 10 seconds. He likes to keep you on the edge.
But this was a very strong positive match all the way through on both players. There was no dogging. So here's another expression for it. Nobody was dogging it. Nobody had a question of being run out of gas. Yeah. So just hairline Wazari. Look at that. Oh, just hairline. Right on the edge.
I'm afraid to tell you that term doesn't translate into English very well.
Okay. English.
You want to keep that for US English.
Okay.
And any misunderstanding by anyone else, we apologize in advance.
All right. You'll have to explain to me what I did there.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out. Okay.
All right.
Right, Gamasov, again, he takes it well, but it's a second heartbreaking loss for the Russian.
First medal for Team of Kazakhstan. Here at Nassau.
Which brings us to the final match of the day.
Indeed it does. Tsukamoto Rio of Japan comes up against Bilal Chiloglu of Turkey. It'll be Tsukamoto in the white judo group, Chiloglu in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Johan Ranamekas of the Netherlands.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last final for today. It's final for junior medal at 74 kilos. The referee is from the Netherlands, Mr. John Ramakers. Welcome the athletes in blue, representing Turkey. Last year And in white judogi representing Japan, Tsukamoto Ryo.
Tsukamoto Ryo, one of our unknowns today, who has really done a great job. So here we go.
Was this one of your picks from this morning?
He was one of the people that I was just astonished to see in the lineup at all, just because he has no history. He and his and Ida came in with no record at all, and so I was thinking this is a tremendous curiosity, and so it's been fascinating to watch them come in, these players who have not been previously on the stage, and to get as far as they've gotten. Ida, of course, picked up the bronze medal in 66, and here we have Tsukamoto in for 73, going for the gold.
Chiloglu is possibly one of the only fighters that I can think of here today in male who crosses over and could compete at senior level. I really think that he is a handful.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I had picked
Makhmedov.
Earlier.
All counted.
Yep.
Not quite though.
Nope.
Just put him on to his front, and maybe just the suspicion that he grabbed the leg there to block out. No, got away with that.
Ahmad Bekov. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. Tsukamoto, Chiloglu. Which one is going to pull it off? Tsukamoto in for the Tsurugoshi. Oh, but Chiloglu coming down underneath the much shorter Tsukamoto for the Sumigaishi. Tsukamoto cartwheeling out. Okay, that was a big attempt to get some get a kind of a Tsurugoshi movement there, but not really moving Tsukamoto at all, just falling down. And again, so Chiloglu's definitely got the momentum here in terms of the attacks. He's the one that's been coming in. Tsukamoto's had a couple, but Chiloglu's been more concerted, more consistent, more forceful. And Tsukamoto has 2 Shidos now. So with 1:30 left in the match, maybe seeing a penalty finish to this, which of course is never ideal, but sometimes the way it goes. Oh, again. So another attack by Chiloglu, although that one wasn't nearly as convincing.
Minute 20 left to go.
Yep.
Good work from the Turkish fighter.
Yep.
Mind you, it's not the first time that we've seen a Japanese with 2 penalties who then comes back and throws for Ippon. Sometimes it's just the tempo and an error here or there.
Yep. But Chiloglu's keeping up these attacks, although they're getting less and less convincing as we go along. Oh, now, so there we have a penalty for Chiloglu for false attack. So 1 minute, 5 seconds. And now Chiloglu working Tsukamoto back into the corner, and then he throws him for the Wazari.
With 50 odd seconds left to go, it's just as we said.
Just as you said, you called it.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Just takes time.
Okay, now I'm ready to throw you. So, Tsukamoto up by a Wazari, but trailing by 2 Shidos. He cannot afford to let up. But that is not the Japanese style anyway. Oh! Another big sumigaishi by Chiloglu. He keeps doing that, and he nearly got it.
Good effort.
Yep. But Tsukamoto posting and turning. Coach laser focused. And again, coming in, he's going to do the same thing. Oh my gosh, that could have been horrible. Wow, I'm glad that turned out okay.
Yeah, because he didn't get the kind of turn that he wanted.
And Chiloglu was keeping his head up.
Yeah, and if you'd only turned him a little bit more, that could have been a serious face plant.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
wonder if he
avoided that.
I wonder if he let up on it because he saw that Chiloglu wasn't gonna. Anyway, here we get into the same pattern, and Wazari!
Yes, right at the death.
Wow! Here we go. 1-1. 2 seconds left.
Great comeback.
Wow, what a comeback. Tsukamoto, I think, disappointed. I think Tsukamoto made Gamasov's mistake there. He let up just a little bit. He didn't keep the pressure on that he could have kept. He allowed Chiloglu to come in and finally get this sumigaishi that he's been hunting for the whole time. He comes in with that Uchimata and then switches to sumigaishi, but there he goes, and just enough. He wasn't able to turn out that time.
Mind you, you said it was coming.
Yep. And then again!
And again he finishes
Tsukamoto just couldn't find a way to change the matchup. Chiloglu with a very successful, constant, persevering attack with this pattern that he just was able to keep going. It's like, if I just do it again, I can wear him down, and that's the way it went. Well done.
That was an amazing contest.
By
it really
Bilal
was.
Chiloglu.
Absolutely terrific.
Yeah, well done. And a great day for the premier match for our Japanese players at 73 and 66.
Gold medalist and 2018 World Junior Champion in blue, representing Turkey.
You really can't be unhappy with that as your first time at the World Championships. Well, yeah, you can be unhappy with it, but.
This is the first gold medal for Team of Turkey and first gold medal for Bilal Chiloglu.
First gold medal for Team of Turkey. Just echoing our wonderful announcer, Georgi Chanishvili, who's got an amazing voice.
Yeah. I worked with him for quite a number of years, and I'm happy with the way he's turned out. Right,
Oh.
okay.
Okay, good.
we come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 57 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the head sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Vladimir Barter. The first of the bronze medals goes to Tomizawa Kana of Japan. There's a bronze medal too for Kaya Kaiser of Slovenia.
Silver medalist representing France, Sarah Leonie Sizik.
Silver medal goes to Sarah Leonie Sizik of France.
2018 World Junior Champion for Japan.
For the gold medal goes to Funakubo Haruka of Japan.
The prize money and the mascots will be presented by Pan-American Judo Confederation Administrator, Mr. Jose Alberto Rodriguez.
Funakubo was coached today by Ikeda Hitomi. She sat in the chair, a junior world champion gold medal winner herself way back in 2004. So some high-powered coaching with experience at this kind of level.
Yep.
For the Japanese. I'd seen her quite some time ago, but couldn't quite remember where. I suppose I can be forgiven for not remembering that it was way back in 2004 at the Junior World Championships in Budapest.
Wow.
It's quite quite a while, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Japan.
And now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much.
We've got one more awarding ceremony to go, so don't leave us quite yet. Stick around and see the medals being presented in the under 73 kilo category. For those of you who can't stay around, well then join us again tomorrow at 11 o'clock when we get underway with the third day of competition from the Junior World Championships here in Nassau, Bahamas. Now we've got 2 more days after that, Saturday and Sunday, but on Saturday we're going to begin the competition at 1 o'clock local time, and on Sunday for the team event the same thing, the beginning at 1 o'clock. So a later start on the weekend for those of you that are interested in seeing what happens on Saturday in the super heavyweights and heavyweight, and on Sunday in the team event.
Seeing some great highlights here. The day. Oh, that's Makhmat Bekov getting thrown. So the picks went pretty well today. Shall we continue tomorrow, or would you like to?
No, absolutely. I don't want to embarrass myself by picking people who don't pitch up for the final block. So you seem to be doing well. I want to go with you.
Well, no promises, but we'll see how we're doing. Just trying to see who catches my eye and seeing how well it pans out. It's been a real interesting exercise in doing a little bit of research. It's a great thing to do. You can go onto IGF.org, ippon.org, and look up all these players for yourself and see who you would pick to do well during the day.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category. The medals are being presented by International Judo Federation Sport Director Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. The first of the bronze medals goes to Janbolat Bagbetganov of Kazakhstan. There's a bronze medal too for Georgios Markarian of Greece. Silver medal goes to Tsukamoto Ryo of Japan. I just had to catch myself that he actually won the silver medal. But the gold medal goes to Bilal Çalhanoğlu of Turkey. What a final that was.
It was great.
Match of the day?
It was definitely up there. Definitely up there. There's been some really good matches, though.
It was terrific. I enjoyed that one. We'll just have a quick look at the medal table. Japan lead the medal table with 4 gold medals. There's a gold medal too for Azerbaijan, Turkey, Italy, and the Ukraine. No doubt there will be a further distribution of medals for more countries over the next 2 or 3 days. But for the time being, we're going to leave you with the national anthem of Turkey. From Gene Chin and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
very much. Now, family picture.